At first it was just a store with low prices. Then it became a cult. And not just any cult one where tithes were paid in saved pennies, and the altar was a freezer full of 5-liter ice cream buckets. Walmart arrived like the messiah of suburban capitalism. I bring low prices, jobs, and diapers in packs of 200, but behind the glossy promise of convenience for all, there was a silent revolution. A shift in the very soul of consumer behavior. Thus was born the age of the disposable. Let's unveil the hidden secrets of this temple of consumption and discover how the quest for bargains made us lose far more than money. When Walmart came to town, it was like installing a modern temple of capitalist faith. Locals celebrated. They now had access to cheap goods, local jobs, and a parking lot the size of a football field. For many, it felt like paradise. But as we know, cheap rarely comes free. To offer such low prices, Walmart squeezed suppliers like an economic inquisitor. Lower your prices or lose your biggest client. It was a deal with the devil of margins, and almost no one could refuse. Over time, consumers began to expect everything to be cheap. Paying full price for something? Heresy. What we lost was invisible: quality, durability, local commercial independence, and even labor rights. Once upon a time, buying something new was a solemn event. A new appliance was treated like family protected, polished, even given a nickname. Today, if a pair of earbuds lasts more than 2 summers, it's considered a miracle. Walmart helped normalize what we now call planned obsolescence. Products made to break in a few years, nudging you to buy another. It's an economic engine that drives billions and also generates tons of electronic waste, resource depletion, and the gnawing feeling that nothing we buy really belongs to us for long. The worst part? We got used to it. We expect things to break. Replacing became the norm. Repairing became a hobby for eccentrics. Think about the items our grandparents owned: refrigerators that lasted for decades, solid wood furniture, tools that looked like they survived Viking battles. Now compare them to what we own: MDF tables that melt in humidity, and appliances that come with built-in expiration dates. By prioritizing volume and turnover over quality and longevity, Walmart helped cement a culture of stuff for now. Heirlooms became emotional tokens, not functional items. If someone says, "This toaster belonged to my great-grandmother," chances are it's either in a museum or a poetic lie. In The Walmart Effect, Charles Fishman describes a symbolic case. Walmart eliminated cardboard boxes from deodorants. Each box cost 5 cents. Sounds small? Multiply that by millions of units. Result? Massive savings. The decision was imposed on manufacturers. And yes, imposed is the word. If you wanted to sell at Walmart, you obeyed. It wasn't just about cost. It meant more shelf space, lighter shipping, and logistical efficiency cranked to the max. But this also reveals Walmart's real power: reshaping entire supply chains for its own profit, with little regard for social or environmental impact. Consumers saved cents, the planet lost trees. In the 2000s, Walmart entered its pharaonic phase, the supercenters. Each one was a city within a city. You could shop, get an oil change, take a passport photo, pick up a birthday gift and pet food all under one divine roof. Walmart opened 4 supercenters per week for 10 years. It was like playing SimCity with an infinite expansion cheat. The impact was devastating. Small shops, local markets, and regional chains couldn't compete. Result? 9 major grocery chains in the US went bankrupt during that era. With its grip on price and logistics, Walmart wasn't just selling products, it was selling dependence. And once you get used to doing everything in one place, the rest becomes a hassle. Sam Walton believed happy employees made happy customers. He visited stores, chatted with staff, and cultivated a culture of proximity. But after his death in 1992, and with the company's runaway growth, that ideal was buried with him. Behind the scenes, employees began reporting grueling hours, minimum wages, strict break policies, and intense surveillance. It was like working in a monastery where every minute was tracked just without the spiritual enlightenment or fresh bread. The pressure for profit got so extreme that rumors surfaced of employees being encouraged to apply for public assistance. Yes, the world's biggest retailer with workers depending on food stamps. Capitalism in dystopian cosplay. In 2000, a group of Walmart butchers in Jacksonville, Texas, voted to unionize. They wanted better conditions and fair wages after all. Working with sharp knives and raw meat wasn't exactly a picnic. What happened next could have been ripped from a corporate horror novel. Walmart eliminated the butcher roll across all U.S. stores, as if to say, "You want rights? Here, have no job." The meat still sold, just now pre-cut, shrink-wrapped, and plastic-sealed. The message to employees was clear: organize, and you're next on the chopping block. The mass butcher layoff served as a lesson to the entire workforce. Learn from the example. Since then, any attempt to organize within Walmart has been treated with the fervor of a secret cult guarding its relics. Employees feared retaliation. Many chose silence over risking their only source of income. Walmart was never punished for these practices. After all, who's going to challenge the titan that sells 25% of America's groceries? Fear became HR policy, obedience an unwritten virtue, and the empire of cheap marched on, stacking profits and silencing dissent. Walmart didn't invent the desire for cheap stuff, but it knew how to channel it like a medieval alchemist turning lead into gold, or at least into store-brand margarine. By reprogramming how we consume, Walmart taught us something deeper and darker: that everything can be disposable, including people, disposable suppliers, disposable jobs, disposable communities, us. Perhaps the scariest part is how we accepted it all with a smile and a discount coupon. After all, who needs dignity when there's a $2.99 bucket of ice cream? And that's the real spell of the empire of cheap. It doesn't need to oppress us with force. It only needs to convince us it's convenient. But if the price of cheap is silence, fear, exploitation, and waste, is it really still a good deal?